I think we are live. Is everybody here? All right. Hello, hello, hello. All right. I think we are live. Hey guys, it's Dr. Jen. Also live on Instagram. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm going to share this to the rest of my platforms. For those of you who are, say, on my Instagram and you've not joined me on Facebook, Dr. Jen Caudle, make sure those of you guys who are on YouTube or Facebook, Dr. Jen Caudle, that's me. Let's see here. Hold on. Let me just get this. You know how I do. I have to share it everywhere. We have a lot of stuff to talk about today. Lots of news going on. Yes. Okay. Hold on. It's good to see you guys. Happy New Year to everybody. As I'm getting this shared. Happy New Year. I can't believe this is January 1st, 2021. I saw the date written on an article when I woke up this morning that I read, and I was like, oh, 2021. It's so crazy to like see 2021. Like, it's just so crazy to see that. But thank you, Jesus. Okay. Thank you, Jesus, that we are in 2021. So it is so great to see you guys. All right, hold on. I'm trying to catch up with myself. All right. Okay, good. All right. So I think we are rocking and rolling, guys. There is a lot of stuff to talk about. First of all, it's been, first of all, welcome, by the way. Welcome, everybody. It's so great to see all of you. Thanks for joining me on a Friday night. My YouTubers, Leanne, Dennis, Eric, Carla, Rita, Rufus. Hello, guys. Everybody on Facebook, there's over 500, almost 600 of you guys. I can't shout all you out, but it's good to see you. There's a good 70 or so on Instagram. It's great to see you guys. I so appreciate everything and all of you. For Facebook, thank you guys for the stars on YouTube. Thank you so much for the super chats and the super stickers on Instagram. You can send badges if you are interested as well. So let's jump right in. Let's first talk about like a little bit of an update about how I'm doing since my vaccine. It is day 8 since I got the vaccine. I got the Moderna vaccine, as many of you guys know. I got that on December 24th. Day 8, I'm feeling pretty darn good. I have no complaints. I'm feeling fine. No arm pain, nothing like that. I'm feeling really, really good. So no fatigue, no muscle aches, no headaches or anything like that. So I'm really, really grateful. I get my next vaccine. I've been talking about this. Let's see here. Taking a look. I get my next vaccine on January 21st. So you guys know I'm going to keep you updated. I certainly will go live again when I go to get my second dose of the vaccine, which I'm so excited about. Can't believe that's just now, what is it, 2 weeks away? Wait. No, 3 weeks away, because Moderna's is 4 weeks apart. So it's good to see you guys. Hi, guys. Everybody's coming on. It's good to see you guys. So much news to talk about, right? There's a lot happening in the world right now. And by the way, I hope you guys had an amazing New Year's Eve. I sat here right on my couch, this couch that you guys know so well. I was right here on the couch watching movies. I had a few glasses of vino. I made dinner. I posted in my Instagram stories. I don't usually put food stuff in my stories, but I was like, oh, let me post something different. And I'm a Blue Apron fan. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I just like Blue Apron because it teaches me what I need to do. I've started kind of dabbling in cooking this year and trying to learn how to cook, because obviously like going out is not, you can't really go out the same way. So I've been learning how to cook, and a lot of what I got for Christmas for my family is cookware, which I'm super excited about. Like I didn't know I could be ever so excited about cookware, but now I understand. Those of you who are cooks, I know how you feel. I got some new pans. I should show you my pans. I got some new, what do you call those, spatulas? I'm like flippers. I'm supposed to call them flippers, but spatulas and stuff like that. And oh, my sister-in-law bought me an air fryer. Yes. So I'm kind of excited. I don't quite know how to do the air fryer, but I'm going to figure it out. And she's been giving me lots of great recipes. So yeah, so I made a Blue Apron meal last night. I put it in my Instagram stories. It was this amazing like scallops and pancetta pasta situation. It was probably like 1,000-calorie situation that I had, but it was worth every bit of it. I topped it off with ice cream at the end. That was my dessert. And of course, some vino. So it was a great and yummy New Year's Eve. Anyway, let's jump into some COVID stuff. The first thing I want to talk about, guys, is the fact that we have now crossed over 20 million cases of COVID. That is unbelievable. I don't know that I ever thought that that was going to happen. I don't know that any of us thought that was going to happen. 20 million cases, guys, is astronomical. What's exciting, of course, is that we have a vaccine. You guys know that I've gotten the vaccine, I can't wait to get the second dose. But where we are right now is, reports are saying that there are only about 3 million doses of the vaccine that have been given when about 14 million doses have actually been shipped. Now, that is concerning for a number of reasons. I don't know if you guys remember, there was a video I did that kind of went viral. I made it over the summertime, and I kind of went on a little rant because, sometimes I go on these little rants, and I was talking about how I hope that when we got a vaccine, we wouldn't mess it up like we did COVID testing and so many other things. Remember in the beginning of COVID, when there was all this hubbub about test kits, COVID test kits, right? We couldn't even test for COVID until almost a month, if not more, in. I'm a doctor. I couldn't even tell my patients how to get tested for it. Then we had a testing kit shortage or testing shortages. We weren't testing people who had exposures and stuff like that. We were doing all this kind of stuff because we had a testing shortage. Still is happening in some cases. Look, then, it just seems like every step of the way with this disease, I feel like we've never been ahead of the game. And that is really what's necessary. And one of the things I said in this video that I made over the summer, in fact, by the way, for those of you on YouTube and Facebook, I'll put the old video in the description so you can take a look at it. But I was worried that we were going to mess up the vaccine when we got it too. Now, I'm not going to say that we've messed up the vaccine. We have a vaccine, first of all, quicker than we might have thought. I mean, certainly quicker than I thought. I'll be the first to admit, I didn't think we would have a vaccine by the end of the year. I said it on national news even. I did not think we would have a vaccine by the end of the year. And I was wrong. And I'm so glad that I was proven wrong. And I feel grateful that I was able to actually get that vaccine. So, hey, I was wrong. I admit it. But what I was worried about was that when we did have a vaccine, we would mess it up. Again, I'm not saying we've messed it up. What I am saying is that it is concerning when you have 3 million doses that have been given when 14 million doses have been shipped. We know that Operation Warp Speed has had this sort of goal of 20 million doses either given or I think it's now allocated by the end of the year. Sorry for the ancillary noise. The window's open. We haven't gotten near that. And the idea is we need to do better. I mean, now we have a vaccine. And it does seem like doses have been shipped. So the question is, what's happening on the ground? I'm not here to point any fingers or blame anybody because this is the idea. Look, there's probably a million parts and pieces in this. I know that. Putting this vaccine together, at least making a way for it to be administered. I know the people at Rowan University, where I'm an associate professor, where I got my vaccine. I know they worked tirelessly for weeks around the clock to make this happen. This is no small feat to get a vaccine clinic or a situation up and running. But the question is, were we thinking about this before, and how much were we thinking about this, and how much preparation did we have? How much resources have states and locales been given? Have they been given the money they need, the resources they need to get this done? I guess that's what I'm trying to say is it's a little disappointing to get to this point where we've got 14 million doses that are just sitting around. Well, actually not 14 million, but apparently 14 million have been shipped. Only 3 million have been given. It's kind of like there's 11 million doses sitting around with people running around this country high risk that need to have these. As many of my fellow colleague experts have been saying on national news stations, we need to get these vaccines in arms of people. And that's exactly right. Again, I can't point blame at any one place because I know it's coming from lots of different places. But I do know that states and local regions and places need help. I know they need support. I know you can't just dump a whole bunch of vaccines, in a location and say, okay, all right, get to going, without some prior thought to that, without some infrastructure, without some resources, without prior planning. This is a major endeavor. Now, the good thing is that many experts on TV are saying that it will get better as time goes on, that we'll start ramping up and getting quicker, which I certainly hope we do. But it would have really been nice if we're able to give these vaccines almost as quickly as we're getting them, because once again, lives are on the line. We are losing more people every single day to COVID than we ever have. Hospitals are still overrun. It's just unbelievable. And not only that, right? I mentioned 20 million cases. This is insane. The one thing I want to say, though, one of the reasons why I'm coming to you talking about this is not just to sort of bitch and moan about this. It's not just to complain about it, but it's to say there is something that we can do on the ground, right? We know that there is this delay, and hospital systems, pharmacies, states, governments are going to have to figure this out. And we may not have much to do with that, right? And they're going to need some help. But one thing that we can do on the ground is we can know where we stand and be ready to get the vaccine when it is made available. One thing I am hoping is that if you were on the fence about getting the vaccine, I really hope that the videos I'm doing and all the information that all the doctors around the country are putting out and the television segments, I hope this is encouraging you to get the vaccine. The last thing we need is for then the vaccines to be made available and we have a large number of people that are still on the fence and not sure. When this vaccine becomes made available, I want you guys to jump at it. And I want you to think about this now while you essentially have time, right? Because right now we're really only vaccinating healthcare workers and long-term care facility workers and residents, et cetera, and a few other select populations, right? So this is your time to be thinking about this. And do I recommend the vaccine? I absolutely do. I do. I'm recommending it to my family, to my friends. A lot of you guys are asking which vaccine should you choose to get. Remember in the beginning, because there's so many shortages of vaccines, it's not likely going to be a choice. I didn't have a choice about which vaccine I got. I got the Moderna one because that's what my university was given, okay? What you should do is take the vaccine that you're offered, because in the beginning, once again, we may not have a choice. Now, down the line, when we get more vaccines made available, et cetera, we may have a choice, and that will be really cool. But right now, the idea is you get what you're able to get. So that's very, very important. So I want you to understand that's why I got the Moderna one, because that was what was offered. Think about it this way, is that this is your chance. This is our chance to be getting our questions answered, to understand, to talk to your doctor, do all of that legwork. And so many of you ask me questions, you send me questions, and that's actually how I guide my videos. So I appreciate you tremendously. One of the reasons and one of the ways I figured out what I'm going to talk about in my videos is based on questions you ask. Because if you're asking the questions, I know that you're not the only one wondering. There's a lot of people wondering. So the idea is, since unfortunately we have more vaccines than we've been able to give in, and we're a little bit behind right now, use this time to figure out where you are with this. Use this time to get your questions answered, to make sure you know what the deal is, so that you're ready, so that when the vaccine is able to be offered to you, you're not waiting any longer. You're not delaying this any longer. Remember, a large part of us getting back to normal not only has to do with our behaviors, such as social distancing, wearing masks, not traveling, et cetera, but it also depends on this vaccine. If we don't take the vaccine, and again, this is not, I'm not trying to hard sell you. I'm not trying to say, you better take the vaccine. What I'm trying to say is vaccines save lives. I say this about the flu vaccine. I say this about the Gardasil vaccine. I say this about measles, mumps, and rubella. So what I'm trying to say is vaccines help people. Vaccines prevent illness, which is what we want. One of the most important pieces to getting out of this ditch that we're in with COVID, like no New Year's Eve, no nothing, no family, no friends, no life, people without jobs, etc. One of the things we have is this vaccine. Don't forget it. So while you're complaining, and while we're complaining about the fact that life is the way it is, understand that there is a partial solution. Vaccines aren't everything, but it is a big part of it. And it's going to be one of our saving graces, along with what we do, which is mask wearing, social distancing, not, mixing households. So, you can say you don't want the vaccine, and I certainly will respect whatever you want, but I always say, you make sure you know exactly what you're saying no to. Understand that this is one of our best bets for getting out of the situation that we're in. And the fewer people that take the vaccine, the longer it's going to take to get out of this situation. That's just a fact. It's not my opinion. It's a fact. We're lucky to have vaccines. And I understand if you're concerned about them. I get that. I totally get that. I mean, people are concerned about the flu vaccine. I totally expect that people would have concerns about the COVID vaccine, but that's why I do my best to give you as much information as I'm getting, to try to explain it in a way that I understand it. I want you to talk to your doctor. I want you to talk to reputable sources. Stay off of the chat rooms and places that may not have reputable information, because honestly, it can do more harm than good. So I didn't mean to turn that into like a little bit of a lecture session, but I do think it's important. And remember, as we're just saying, oh, I think I want it. Oh, I don't think I want it. Remember the gravity of your decision. The decision to take the vaccine is not just about you. It's about all of us. Because the more people that take this vaccine, the better we're going to be in the future and throughout time. And the quicker we're going to get out of this. So by not taking the vaccine and getting protected, it's not helpful necessarily to you, and it probably won't be to the rest of the world. Now I know that sounds pretty damning. It's not my tent. You know that's not how I feel. I'm not like, you better get it or else. It's not how I feel, but I just want us to be very clear about what this is and really what this isn't. The other thing is, of course, as you guys know, the vaccine is not for everybody. Not everybody can take it. Right? We know that. It's not for everybody. Kids, it's not approved for kids yet. There are pregnant people who may choose not to get it, breastfeeding women who may choose not to get it, people with certain allergies. If you have an allergy to any of the components of the vaccine, it's contraindicated. So we know that not everybody can get it. Okay. But keep your questions coming. I think it's really important. But I wanted to just sort of give you that little bit of information. I'm going to take before we go into the next topic of the pharmacist, I want to, by the way, thank you guys so much for joining me. We're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook. It's a little commercial break, y'all. Thank you guys for sending stars on Facebook. You're amazing. Thank you for sending super chats and super stickers on YouTube, and for sending badges on Instagram. Thank you guys so much. Oh, and don't forget, I have a free health newsletter that comes out like at least once a week, sometimes more. There was an issue that was just released today. If you're interested in getting this free health newsletter, you can just go to drjencaudle.com. That's my website. That's drjencaudle.com. You can sign up there for the free health newsletter, and I would love that. And also, for those of you who are part of my membership groups, you know that you get special perks. Yes, honey, yes. For those of you who are part of Dr. Jen Superstars on Facebook, or if you're any of my groups on YouTube, I have 3 levels of groups. You have access to discounts on merchandise, and parties. That's right. I said it. That's right. I said it. We do Zoom parties. At least we did for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. We had Zoom parties, and the Christmas one even had prizes, which was a lot of fun. We had about 40 people or so on. It was awesome. Special content. Facebook, Dr. Jen Superstars. You get a live. I do a live just for the Superstars every Wednesday. It's a private live. It's private. But you guys get all exclusive content. So consider joining my memberships if you have not already. It's so great to see all of you guys. I'm seeing so many of you on Facebook, and I so wish I could say hello to all of you. Let's see here. Carla Baptista on YouTube, you said, it did. You encouraged me. I said, if you take it and Dr. Fauci takes it, I will definitely take it. And I did. Carla, you took the COVID vaccine? Yes, honey. Yes. Oh my God, I love it. Let's see here. Dennis, you said on YouTube, you said all the doctors recommend taking it, and you can't wait to get it. I love that. Leanne, you're talking about the pharmacist that intentionally expired or let 500 vials of the COVID vaccine sit out. We're going to talk about that next. So hold tight. Don't go anywhere. Let's see here. And then Antonio, you said you're late to the event. You want to know how I've been feeling. I've been feeling great since I got the COVID vaccine. I am doing A-okay. I cannot wait to get my next dose, which is going to be January 21st. Let's see here. I'm trying to take a look. You guys have questions. What about Bell's palsy with the vaccine? A lot of you guys have been asking me about that. I've done a number of videos. I've talked about Bell's palsy in a number of my lives. If you guys wouldn't mind checking out, if it's easier to find it on YouTube or on Facebook, I would go to YouTube or Facebook. And actually, I posted it on Instagram on my feed. The Bell's palsy video is posted on all my feeds. You can actually just Google search Dr. Jen Caudle, Bell's palsy, COVID vaccine, whatever. It will come up. Take a look at my video, okay? Because I explain all the situation, what we know about Bell's palsy and the Pfizer vaccine. I know that's a concern of a lot of you guys, so please just make a note of that. Let's see here. Liz, I really appreciate this comment from Liz on Facebook. She says, I have huge concerns about taking the vaccine, but I made a conscious effort, a conscious decision that the benefits of taking it outweigh my concerns. That is such a really important statement to make, Liz, because I think that you bring up a good point. There are risks to anything and everything, guys. There are risks to taking Tylenol. There's risks to taking ibuprofen. There's nothing in medicine that doesn't have a risk. Every medication that you might be prescribed by your doctor has potential side effects, potential risks. You know that because you can pull out the prescriber's information. You know that big long list in there. You know that. But that doesn't necessarily stop us from taking those medications that our doctor has prescribed, right? And why? The reason why is because the benefits from taking those medications, what we're going to gain, what our health is going to gain, how much better we are likely to do, that is a lot much more than what we might lose or what bad might happen. That's what you call risk versus benefits. Nobody's saying the vaccine is perfect. What we're saying is that the benefits of getting this vaccine outweigh the risks. Just like if you have a headache and your doctor says it's okay to take Tylenol, but you read the label and you said, oh my God, liver this, and da, 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 da. You might say, well, I'm going to take it anyway because the benefits of me taking this Tylenol to help with my headache outweighs the risks of all this stuff I see. That's how we need to think about this. And that's what you need to talk to your doctor about if you're not sure, does this make sense for me? Okay. So a lot of you guys are talking about, let's see here. Karen, you said, can I identify and explain to you exactly what is in the vaccine? Karen, that's a great question. Karen Victoria, I did a video exactly on the ingredients in the Pfizer vaccine, and the ingredients in the Moderna vaccine are actually quite similar. I would normally pull it up to just actually tell you there's only a few ingredients. There's not a lot. And I also did an article as well. If you Google COVID vaccine, Pfizer COVID vaccine ingredients, Dr. Jen Caudle or something, you'll find the video. It's on Facebook, it's on YouTube. A lot of people were asking me what's in it. The ingredients are actually pretty straightforward. There's not a long list of ingredients. And actually, I'm going to do a video. You just reminded me. I'm going to do a video of what things are not in the video. In the vaccine. People are worried about eggs. They're worried about preservatives. So I'm going to do a video on that too. So it's not that I am ignoring this. It's just I want to make sure I get to the next topic. Which is, I think, very important. Again, thank you guys so much for the stars and the super chats and super stickers and the badges. You guys are amazing. Thank you. So let's go into this next topic really quickly. Let's see how, we're at 21 minutes. Got to keep it going because I would talk to a tree, y'all. I would talk to a tree. All right. So you guys heard about the pharmacist that was arrested after letting 500 vaccines spoil? Ooh. That's right. It's made the news. I believe this was in Wisconsin. This is, and I wanted to talk about this because I feel like I'm starting to hear more about, I don't want to say scary, but just sort of negative things around the vaccine. People being harassed about getting the vaccine or situations like this happening. But, I guess I wanted to talk about it because I don't want it to scare us. The good thing is the healthcare workers in the hospital system realized these vaccine vials were expired and they were spoiled. And it seems like from an article I read from the New York Times, there was only a few people that were given the spoiled or expired doses. And the hospital system did call the manufacturer and got word that the people who received it should not be adversely affected. So that's a good thing. Okay. So the good thing about all of this is it seems like the hospital system was on top of it and really figured out what happened very quickly. And it's that type of attention to detail that we're all going to need, right? Whether we're a healthcare worker or what, that's excellent. But it also sort of shines light on another side of this, which is that there's probably going to be people who are going to try to thwart efforts for vaccination, people that might try to convince you not to get vaccinated, try to tell you it's not the right thing to do. I mean, look what happened with masks, right? For months and months and months, and we're still dealing with it. There's still people who harass those who wear masks, who don't want to wear a mask, who become difficult when asked to wear a mask, okay? What I think we need to do is we need to be aware that this might happen, and we can't let it deter us. Guys, we have a singular mission in 2021. It is to move past the place that we're in now. So while there might be people that allow 500 vaccines to spoil, which by the way is a tragedy, it's wrong. It's wrong. Because if you think about it, that's 500 people that could have been vaccinated. 500 people that could have been vaccinated that weren't. That's horrible. There are going to be things like that happen. But our responsibilities are, number one, to not be a part of that, right? And the second thing is to not let it deter us from what we know is the right thing to do, which is wearing our masks, which is social distancing, which is not traveling, not spending time in households that are not our own. We know what to do, which is getting the vaccine. It's very, very important. So let's see here. I see Cheryl Snow Hollenberg. Some friends are believing and sharing Dr. Mercola's no vaccination, no mask propaganda. They believe him. How do I talk to them? I'm actually not familiar with that person. But we do know no vaccine, no mask propaganda is exactly what you said. It's propaganda. I'm trying to figure out what to say because there's so many things on my mind. I don't know how 20 million cases couldn't affect you or us, right? I don't know how losing over 3,000 Americans per day doesn't affect us. There's nothing about that that's a hoax. And I'll be honest with you, those who believe that, I believe actually are cowards. Might seem strong language, but I believe it. Those who choose not to believe that this is a real thing, it's cowardice. It's cowardice. They're not willing to see the truth. They're choosing not to see the truth. They're cowards. They're cowards. They're not willing to see what healthcare workers are going through, what you are going through. Many of you have lost your family, friends, neighbors. They're not willing to see that. They're not willing to see people who've lost their jobs because of the economic downturn. They're not willing to see that kids are suffering because they're not able to be in school and have socialization, all the resources that schools provide. Anyone who's not willing to look at that in the eye and call it what it is a coward. Point blank. And I don't want to have anything to do with anyone who's a coward. And certainly not about this issue. So what I say is when you see and hear people talking no vax, no masks, none of this stuff, you turn that off. You turn that off because that's not helping. And if anyone has any concerns or doesn't actually believe that this is what it is, there may be some other issues that you have to work out. And I'm being very serious about this. We should not be debating the reality of our circumstance. The last thing up for debate is whether this is real or not. And anyone that chooses to engage in that does not have my ear. Don't come to me asking me and talking to me about this is not real, this is a hoax. Excuse me? Get out of my face. And I suggest you all do the same. It's cowardice. It's dangerous. It's callous. It's careless. It's disrespectful. Tell that to somebody who's lost somebody. Tell that. Tell that to someone who's lost somebody. So anyway, sorry, I don't mean to get on a soapbox, but it pisses me off. And it's denial. It's denial. And it's weak, and it's cowardice, and it's all those things I mentioned. I don't want to have anything to do with it. So you turn them off. And I suggest that you suggest to all your friends that they do that too. I didn't mean to get all deep and heavy and serious, but it just bothers me. Okay. Anyway, guys. Whew, sorry. Got a little terse there. Anyway, guys, thank you all for the badges, Instagram, super chats, and super stickers. Thank you all for the stars. There is, Leanne, you're saying you're still concerned about the fact that the vaccine is new, quickly produced. I've done some videos on that. I wanted to mention that to you guys, just in case. I've tried to really address a lot of the questions that you have. I do have a whole video series on YouTube and Facebook. It's one of the reasons why actually, it's actually one of the reasons why I repost videos, because I know that you can't catch all of them, but I've done videos on how the vaccine was made so quickly, vaccines on how it was made so fast, why you should not be concerned that it was made fast, how we did not cut corners even though it was made fast. So if you've not sort of perused either my, whatever's easiest for you, whether it's the YouTube library, youtube.com/Dr. Jen Caudle, or on Facebook, facebook.com/Dr. Jen Caudle. All these videos are not posted on Instagram. Some of them are. I just, Instagram is not the best platform for videos. But please scroll through, because I try to answer, and I do try to answer every single question that you guys have. So anyway, guys, I have talked enough. I have talked your ear off. Thank you for listening. Thank you for letting me go on my rant, because I feel like I did. And I hope I'm not a Debbie Downer, because I feel a little bit like I brought the mood down. Or maybe I brought my mood down. So I think I'm going to make this, I make this like my favorite dessert, which is, I try to be a little bit healthier, is like this low calorie yogurt. And I put like dried oatmeal in it, because then it tastes like granola. It's like granola crunchy, but it's not like granola fat and calories. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to watch Netflix and chill with myself, because clearly I need to take it up a notch. And I love you guys. Just know that I have always said this. We're in this together. I swear we're coming out on the other side, buddies. We're coming out on the other side, and that's why we're here doing this. So just know how much I love all of you, and hang in there. You're doing the right thing. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of us. We're getting through. It's 2021. So happy New Year, guys. As usual, if you've not subscribed to my channel on YouTube, please do. If you've not liked my page on Facebook, please do. If you've not followed me on Instagram, please do. Dr. Jen Caudle, because I try to give you as much content as you can handle. Trying to answer all your questions. So, guys, I love you. All right, talk to you soon. Bye. Bye, guys.